Understanding the mysterious East, interpreting the timeless classics. Welcome to Mysterious East. Mysterious East, reading the classics of Chinese civilization. Today, we continue our journey through water margin. By now, we have witnessed Song Jiang's political calculations, Lin Chong's endurance, and Lu Jishen's compassion. Yet we have only begun to understand the world of water margin. Because sooner or later, every hero in this story faces the same question. When justice no longer exists, what should a man become? No character answers that question more violently than Wu Song. If Lin Chong represents patience, Wu Song represents resolve. But Wu Song was not born a killer. In fact, he was a man who deeply respected order, reputation, and personal honor. Most people remember the famous episode of Wu Song killing the tiger on Jingyang Ridge. What they often forget is what happened afterward. The local magistrate rewarded him with 1,000 strings of cash, a tremendous fortune by the standards of the time. Wu Song refused to keep it. Instead, he distributed the money among the local hunters who had suffered under the tiger's attacks for years. That single decision reveals much about his character. He was generous, disciplined, and guided by a strong sense of fairness. At that stage of his life, Wu Song still believed in the system. He accepted a government position and became a constable. He wore the uniform proudly. He believed that law and justice still meant something. Then came the death of his brother, Wu Delang. After discovering that Wu Delang had been poisoned by Pan Jinlian and Shi Menqing, Wu Song did not immediately seek revenge. This is one of the most important details in the entire novel. Unlike his later reputation, Wu Song first attempted to follow the law. He gathered evidence. He found witnesses. He collected testimony. He presented his case before the authorities. He believed that justice would prevail. Instead, reality struck him like a hammer. The magistrate had already been bribed by Shi Menqing. The case was ignored. The evidence was dismissed. The law that Wu Song trusted proved powerless against wealth and influence. At that moment, something inside him broke. He realized that in this world, justice belonged to those who could afford it. If the law would not punish murderers, then he would do it himself. If the court would not judge the guilty, then his blade would become the judge. What followed was the famous confrontation at Lion Tower. Wu Song killed Shi Menqing, he killed Pan Jinlian. But even then, his violence still had a clear purpose. It was revenge, personal vengeance. The true transformation of Wu Song came later. After being exiled to Mengzhou, he once again tried to live within the rules. He helped Xian reclaim Happy Forest, believing he was repaying kindness. Yet once again, loyalty led him toward disaster. Zhang Dujian, a powerful military officer, pretended to admire Wu Song. He welcomed him into his home. He treated him as an honored guest. He even hinted at a future marriage with the servant girl Yulan. For a brief moment, Wu Song believed he had found a new beginning. He believed he had finally found a home. But it was all a trap. During the Mid-Autumn Festival, Zhang Dujian framed him for theft and sent him back into prison. The pattern repeated itself. Every time Wu Song trusted society, society betrayed him. Every time he followed the rules were used against him. By the time he reached Flying Cloud Gorge, something had fundamentally changed. When the assassins sent to kill him appeared, Wu Song eliminated them without hesitation. And for the first time, he fully understood the truth. There would never be a place for him within the system. There would never be justice waiting for him at the end of the road. So he turned back. He returned to Zhang Dujian's residence, and there, in the famous bloodbath at Mandarin Duck Tower, water margin reaches one of its darkest moments. If Lin Chong's snowy night at the Mountain God Temple represents the peak of tragedy, then Wu Song's massacre at Mandarin Duck Tower represents the peak of violence. Wu Song killed Zhang Dujian. He killed Zhang Menxin. He killed Zhang Tuanlian. But he did not stop there. Servants died. Attendants died. Even Yulan, the woman who had once represented hope and family, was killed. When it was over, 15 people lay dead. Afterward, Wu Song wrote 8 characters upon the wall. The killer is Wu Song. Those words were more than a confession. They were a declaration of separation from the world he once believed in. The law-abiding constable was gone. The man who dreamed of stability was gone. From that day forward, only the wanderer Wu Song remained, a man who trusted neither institutions nor promises, a man who believed only in the blade he carried. Many readers ask the same question. Why did Wu Song kill innocent people? Why did he not stop after taking revenge on the guilty? Why did he not stop after taking revenge on the guilty? The answer is uncomfortable. Water margin refuses to hide the damage that oppression can inflict upon the human soul. Under relentless injustice, even a righteous man can become distorted. Wu Song's thinking became brutally simple. If evil surrounded him on every side, then everyone connected to that evil became part of the enemy. It is a terrifying transformation. On one hand, the audience feels satisfaction as corrupt men receive punishment. On the other hand, we witness something equally tragic, the destruction of compassion itself. This is why Wu Song remains one of the most fascinating figures in Chinese literature. He is neither a hero nor a villain. He is a warning, a reminder of what can happen when a society pushes a good man beyond the limits of endurance. And as more heroes continue to gather at Liangshan, the consequences of that broken world are only beginning to unfold. To be continued.